There comes a moment in life when you realize that exhaustion is not always caused by hard work. Sometimes it comes from allowing too many voices, too many expectations, and too many unnecessary battles into your space. Energy is invisible, yet it controls everything. Your focus, your peace, your creativity, and even your confidence. When your energy is protected, you move with clarity. When it is drained, even simple things begin to feel heavy. Not everyone deserves access to your emotional world. Some people only show up when they need comfort but disappear when it is time to give support. Some conversations leave you doubting yourself. Some environments slowly steal your motivation without you noticing. Protecting your energy means learning to recognize what strengthens you and what silently weakens you. You are not required to attend every argument. You are not obligated to explain your dreams to people committed to misunderstanding you. Growth often requires distance, not because you hate others, but because you finally respect yourself enough to choose peace over chaos. Silence can be a powerful form of self-respect. Walking away can be an act of strength. Many people think protecting your energy means becoming cold or distant. It does not. It means becoming intentional. It means choosing where your attention goes. Your attention is your life force. Wherever you place it, your emotions follow. If you constantly focus on negativity, comparison, or criticism, your energy slowly fades. But when you focus on progress, gratitude, and purpose, your strength multiplies. Pay attention to how you feel after interactions. Some people leave you inspired, others leave you tired without reason. That feeling is information. Your spirit recognizes what your mind sometimes ignores. Protecting your energy means trusting that inner signal and honoring it without guilt. You cannot build a meaningful life while constantly defending your peace. The strongest people are not those who fight every battle. They are those who know which battles are not worth entering. Every unnecessary conflict steals time you could invest in becoming better, learning more, or building something lasting. Rest is also protection. Stepping away from noise, social pressure, and constant comparison allows your mind to reset. In quiet moments, clarity returns. Ideas grow. Confidence rebuilds. The world moves fast, but your growth does not need to follow everyone else's timeline. Moving at your own pace protects your mental strength. Remember that boundaries are not walls meant to punish others. They are doors you control. You decide who enters, how long they stay, and what behavior is acceptable. When you stop apologizing for healthy boundaries, you begin to experience real freedom. Protecting your energy also means being mindful of what you consume daily. The words you listen to, the content you watch, and the thoughts you repeat to yourself. Your mind absorbs everything. Feed it encouragement, learning, and hope, and you will notice your resilience growing stronger. What you allow into your mental space slowly shapes your emotions, your decisions, and the way you see yourself. The conversations you entertain, the environments you remain in, and even the silent thoughts you tolerate become seeds that grow over time. When you intentionally choose positivity, wisdom, and growth, you begin to build a stronger inner foundation that cannot easily be shaken by outside noise. There will be moments when protecting your energy feels lonely. You may outgrow certain habits, conversations, or even relationships. The people and routines that once felt familiar may no longer align with the person you are becoming. That transition can feel uncomfortable, because growth often requires separation from what once felt safe. But loneliness during growth is temporary, peace is lasting. The space you create by letting go of what drains you becomes the space where your purpose can finally breathe. In that quiet space, you begin to rediscover your voice, your clarity, and your direction without distraction. You deserve mornings that feel calm, work that feels meaningful, and relationships that feel supportive. You deserve to wake up without emotional heaviness and go to sleep without carrying unnecessary stress from the day. Protecting your energy allows you to experience life with intention instead of survival. It gives you the strength to show up fully for the things that truly matter. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is necessary for becoming the person you are meant to be. When you take care of your inner world, you become more patient, more focused, and more capable of giving genuine positivity to others. So choose carefully where your time goes. Choose carefully who hears your dreams. Choose carefully what you allow into your heart. Time is one of your most valuable resources, and every moment spent in negativity is a moment taken away from your growth. Not everyone will understand your vision, and that is okay. Your journey does not require universal approval, because the life you are building depends not only on what you do, but on what you refuse to carry. Let go of unnecessary pressure, constant comparison, and expectations that do not belong to you. Protect your energy, not someday, not when life becomes easier, but now. Start with small decisions, choosing rest when you are tired, choosing silence when arguments bring no value, and choosing focus when distractions appear. These small choices may seem insignificant at first, but they slowly shape the direction of your life. Every time you choose peace over pressure, you strengthen your emotional stability. Every time you step away from unnecessary stress, you create room for clarity and renewal. Protecting your energy begins with awareness, noticing what drains you and having the courage to respond differently. The more you guard your peace, the more powerful your growth becomes. Growth does not always come from doing more. Sometimes it comes from releasing what no longer serves you. When your mind is calm, your decisions become wiser. When your heart is not overwhelmed, your creativity and confidence begin to expand. You start responding to life instead of reacting to it. Challenges may still come, but they no longer control your emotions, because your inner balance becomes stronger than external chaos. Over time, you will notice your confidence strengthening and your direction becoming clearer. Doubt slowly loses its grip when your energy is no longer scattered in many directions. You begin to trust your instincts more. You learn to move at your own pace without comparing your journey to others. Progress becomes steady because it is built on consistency rather than pressure. The more aligned you feel within yourself, the less you seek validation from outside voices. And when your energy is aligned with your purpose, progress stops feeling forced and starts feeling natural. Effort remains, but struggle decreases because you are no longer fighting against yourself. Your actions begin to reflect who you truly are and what truly matters to you. Motivation becomes internal instead of temporary, and discipline grows from clarity rather than fear. You begin to move with calm determination, trusting that every step taken in peace leads you closer to the life you are meant to live. Even slow steps carry power when they are taken with intention. You understand that success is not only about reaching a destination but about maintaining balance along the journey. As you continue protecting your energy, you build a life guided by purpose, strengthened by patience and sustained by inner peace. Protect your energy at all costs. There comes a point in life when you begin to understand that not everything deserves your reaction. Peace becomes more valuable than proving a point. You start realizing that your energy is limited, and where you invest it determines the quality of your life. Some battles are loud but meaningless, and some distractions look harmless but slowly drain your strength. Protecting your energy means becoming aware of what truly affects your mind and emotions. Not every conversation needs your opinion. Not every situation needs your presence. Sometimes the strongest decision you can make is choosing calm over chaos. When you stop giving attention to things that disturb your inner balance, you begin to feel lighter without changing anything around you. People often believe strength means enduring everything, but real strength is knowing when to step back. You are allowed to distance yourself from negativity. You are allowed to say no without guilt. You are allowed to choose environments where you feel respected and understood. Your peace is not something you must sacrifice to keep others comfortable. Your focus is powerful. Whatever you consistently think about grows. If you spend your time worrying about criticism or comparison, your confidence weakens. When you focus on growth, learning, and gratitude, your mindset becomes stronger. Protecting your energy is also protecting your thoughts. Speak to yourself with patience. Encourage yourself when progress feels slow. There will be moments when protecting your energy feels uncomfortable. You may outgrow habits, routines, or connections that once felt normal. Growth often creates distance, but that distance creates space for better opportunities and healthier relationships. Peace sometimes requires letting go of what no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Rest is not laziness. Silence is not weakness. Taking time to recharge allows your mind to recover and your vision to become clearer. When your energy is restored, you move with confidence instead of pressure. You stop chasing approval and start building purpose. Remember that boundaries are acts of self-respect. They teach others how to treat you and remind you of your own value. You do not need to explain every decision or justify every step you take. Your journey is personal, and protecting your energy allows you to walk it with strength. Life becomes calmer when you stop reacting to everything and start choosing what truly matters. The more you protect your energy, the more you notice your creativity returning, your confidence growing, and your peace becoming stable. Success is not only about working harder, it is also about protecting the emotional strength that allows you to keep going. Guard your peace. Choose your battles wisely. Surround yourself with what inspires growth. When your energy is protected, your progress becomes steady, your mind becomes clear, and your life begins to move in the direction you were meant to go. What once felt confusing slowly becomes clearer, and the path that seemed uncertain starts to reveal itself step by step. You begin to notice that progress is no longer forced. Decisions feel lighter because they come from understanding rather than pressure. When your mind is calm and your energy is protected, You naturally gravitate toward opportunities, people, and choices that align with your purpose. As you continue forward, you realize that growth is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it shows itself in quiet confidence, in the way you respond calmly to situations that once disturbed you, and in the patience you develop with your own journey. You stop rushing to prove yourself and start focusing on becoming your best version. Each day becomes less about comparison and more about personal progress. The direction meant for you may not always be easy, but it brings a sense of inner peace that confirms you are moving correctly. Challenges begin to feel like lessons instead of obstacles. Setbacks become moments of learning rather than reasons to quit. You understand that every experience is shaping your strength, preparing you for responsibilities and opportunities ahead. With time, your vision becomes stronger. You learn to trust your instincts and listen to your inner voice instead of outside noise. The confidence you build is no longer dependent on approval because it comes from knowing who you are and where you are going. Even when the road feels slow, you carry a quiet certainty that your efforts are meaningful. Your life begins to reflect the choices you make intentionally. Healthy boundaries create healthier relationships. Focused effort creates steady progress. Gratitude creates deeper fulfillment. You start to recognize that the direction you were meant to go was never about perfection, but about growth, resilience, and becoming someone stronger than you once were. And as you continue walking this path, you realize that purpose is not a single destination waiting at the end. It is the person you become along the way, the peace you build within yourself, and the impact you create simply by living authentically. Step by step, with patience and faith, your life unfolds into something meaningful, guided not by fear but by clarity, courage, and purpose. And as that clarity continues to grow, you begin to understand that the journey is not about arriving quickly, but about becoming ready for what lies ahead. The lessons you once resisted start to make sense. The delays you once questioned reveal themselves as preparation. Every experience, whether joyful or difficult, shapes your character and strengthens your ability to handle the life you are building. You start to move differently. You no longer chase everything that shines, because you recognize what truly belongs to you. Patience replaces urgency, and confidence replaces doubt. Instead of fearing uncertainty, you learn to walk through it with faith, trusting that each step is guiding you toward deeper purpose and fulfillment. Along the way, you also discover a new relationship with yourself. You become kinder to your own mistakes and more appreciative of your progress. Growth stops feeling like pressure and begins to feel like discovery. You celebrate small victories, understanding that they are proof of movement, proof that you are no longer standing still. As your mindset changes, your environment begins to change too. Opportunities appear where fear once held you back. Connections become more meaningful because you attract people who align with your values and vision. The energy you protect starts to reflect outward, creating a life that feels balanced and intentional. There will still be moments of uncertainty, but they no longer define you. You carry resilience within you, knowing that setbacks are temporary and progress is continuous. Each new day becomes another chance to move forward with purpose, guided by the wisdom you have gained and the peace you have chosen to protect. And so the journey continues, not as a race, but as a steady unfolding. With every step you grow stronger, wiser, and more aligned with the person you are becoming. The direction you were meant to go is no longer something you search for. It becomes something you live, one intentional choice at a time. And as you continue moving forward, you begin to notice the subtle ways your life is aligning. Doors you never expected to open start to appear. People who resonate with your values show up naturally. Circumstances begin to shift, not because you control everything, but because you have cultivated the clarity and focus that attracts what is meant for you. The energy you protect becomes a magnet for growth, opportunity, and authentic connections. Your priorities become sharper. You no longer expend time and effort on things that do not serve your purpose. What once felt urgent now feels optional. You develop the ability to say no without guilt, and yes with intention. Every choice is filtered through the lens of your well-being and your long-term vision. You discover that protecting your energy is not just about avoiding negativity, it's about actively creating space for what elevates you. Challenges may still arise, but you meet them differently. You respond from a place of calm rather than panic. You see obstacles as invitations to grow rather than threats to your peace. Each difficulty becomes a tool for refining your strength, patience, and wisdom. The resilience you cultivate through this process begins to ripple outward, influencing the way you handle relationships, work, and personal goals. You also begin to appreciate the rhythm of your own journey. Success is no longer measured solely by outcomes, but by the alignment between your actions, your values, and your energy. You find joy in the present moment and confidence in the path you are walking. Life no longer feels like a series of random events, but as a deliberate unfolding where every step, every pause, and every decision matters. And in this space, you start to fully inhabit your power. Your energy, protected and nurtured, becomes the foundation for a life that is not dictated by external chaos, but guided by internal purpose. You are no longer chasing validation or rushing to fit expectations. Instead, you move deliberately, knowing that each choice you make in protection of your peace brings you closer to the person you were always meant to be and the life you were always meant to live.